Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
Welcome to the United States of Paranormal Podcast. Sit down and buckle up for an enlightening ride through everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden J, hanging out with
the Rocker Chick
and
J-Dub.
And welcome to the United States of Paranormal.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
What's going on? It's another week closer to episode 200.
Whoa!
200. Oh, sorry.
Crazy.
I hope you guys enjoyed the other side this last Saturday. I know that I love getting with Logan. We just never shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Well, you know, I get to see him once a month, and we got to catch up on everything and then talk about the paranormal, and it's just a fun thing to do. I'll let you guys do other sides with him one of these times.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Well, we did the
interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, those were a lot of fun. You can always go back and find all of those in the past episodes where you get to meet meet the host. Is that what we called it?
I have no idea.
I think that's what we called it. Something like that. But it was basically just Logan interviews the host. And then, oh yeah, we brought in Frankie Vegas to interview just Logan. Whew, that was an interesting thing. Gotta go find it, go check it out. I don't even know what episode it was, but it's worth going to listen to. You get Logan and Frankie in the same room, on the same podcast. Hard to get him in the same room.
Yeah. It's a lot of miles in between.
Maybe the wedding we'll see him in the same room together.
You think so? Think he'll go?
Man, Frankie wants to go.
Oh.
So I don't know if he'll be able to swing it, but I guess we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
I wanted to go, but you're going to be out, so I got to work.
I know.
I'll allow it.
And if I think we've decided we're driving.
We haven't, yes. Unless we win the lottery.
Yeah.
And we don't play the lottery, so.
Plane tickets are a bit expensive. It's like close to $500 a ticket to round trip it down there. It'd be a little bit cheaper to drive. And, being the Rocker Chick will get to spend some quality time together in the same car for 17 hours.
Whoa.
Oh, boy.
Whoa.
You don't think that'll be a good bonding experience for us?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm going to bring my headphones with me.
Yeah.
Wow. What will you listen to?
I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'll listen to you and your chatter.
And I'll watch her play fucking games on her phone the entire way.
Sleep.
Maybe I'll buy you an iPad.
Ooh.
Or
like a big screen,
yeah.
so I can play my games. Like,
Yeah, there
yes,
you go.
That'll be great. All right. You have one already. I can just hook my
I
phone up
do,
to
but
it.
I watch so much porn on it now. It's all garbled up.
Oh, the porn.
Did you know that in the state of Indiana, you can't get on porn sites without registering your identification with them? Yes,
Yeah,
it is true.
I didn't know that.
Did you know that, Rocker Chick?
I did. I read it somewhere. Oh.
So they have all your information then, huh?
They have all my information. Nice thumbs up picture. A little winky face. There you go.
This is me. I'm over 18.
The gray beard gives it away every time. Although I still get carded when I buy alcohol at the Meijer.
Yeah, they have to scan it.
Yeah, they do. They have to punch in a date or something. Where was I? I was somewhere the other day with somebody. She asked me for my identification for my birth date. She goes, "What's your birth date?" And I told her. She's like, "That's my birthday." I said, "Is it really?" She goes, "No." Fuck you.
I know anytime I go to Kroger and get alcohol, the one lady knows me, and she's like, she comes up and she puts in like 1830, and I'm like, how does that even work? I mean, did.
Yeah, wouldn't they flag that?
You would think so.
And yeah, my identification says McLovin. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love that fucking thing in that movie. Him and his ID just says McLovin, you know, just like Madonna. Anything else going on? We've talked about porn. We've talked about
all the important stuff.
I need to email Carrie and see how Baby Watch is going.
Unless Baby's here.
And by this time, the baby could be here, but we're hoping for the best.
Yes.
Of course, we've got a dozen emails from people who are in the paranormal business that want to come on and do the show. So we are definitely working on getting everybody scheduled, and we should have a laundry list of guests here in the next couple months. So
yeah,
super excited for all of them coming up. It should be a lot of fun. Oh man, one of them talks about aliens. J-Dub, are you gonna be up for that?
Sure.
Yeah,
I'll do it for you guys.
All right. See, she's a team player. She's getting in there. So yeah, we're working on getting all those schedules. There's quite a few emails, and you try to get one scheduled. You want to make sure you get one before you jump on the next one, and so that people have who reached out to us first have dates first, and then we'll kind of go from there. But we're working on it, guys. So get prepared. I know that we got Dwight from the Fowler Theater coming on here in the next couple of weeks. Ooh, excited. I like Dwight. We had a good time when we did the investigation with him, so we'll get an update on what's going on with the jail and all that kind of stuff. But it should be pretty exciting. Of course, the nostalgic tug will be coming out on the Golden 80s, which gets you Wonder Bread and Just Logan doing everything in 90s.
Ooh.
It's going to come out every other Saturday. Should be a good deal. I'm excited to hear what they're going to do with that.
Cool.
What else? I don't know. We haven't really worked on anything. We've been working on all that, so I guess
yeah, I got nothing.
the Empire still rolls on.
Rolling.
Of course, as always, you don't hear the banner. You know the timestamps at. Did I forget to do that in the last episode?
Yeah,
you did.
Now the banter is over.
Yeah. My bad.
Banter's over.
My bad. Go check out our Patreon, patreon.com/2sop. Guys, seriously, it just helps keep the ball rolling here and all the things that we're doing and the things we want to go do. It helps pay for entry fees and stuff that we can go do. So, any help you guys can get, you can jump on the $3 tier just as a little nod to the 2SOP to say, hey, you guys are doing a great job. We want to help support a little bit. Or you can jump on the $6, or you can jump on the high tier, $12, where you get all of our reaction videos and all the other cool stuff that's on there.
Yep.
Need some love from our Patreon users. We got a ton of free users. It just signed up for free. I'm not sure how that works.
Much, do
they don't get that. No, I don't. How do I put this? Listen, if you sign up for any tier, I will mail you a autographed United States of Paranormal poster. It's autographed by the four of us, including Logan. The problem is with that is that if you sign up for the $3, I'm sending you that poster, but it costs me double what your first month donation is. So you got to stick around for a couple months.
Yeah.
So I can at least make the postage back. It's terrible to say, but anyways, the ones that are on, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being patient with us and being a part of the Patreon. And don't run away. We'll bring in more and more stuff. So we got a lot of stuff coming up this summer we've been talking about doing. And super looking forward to what the next October event's going to be. We've already got it planned out.
Woohoo!
I've even got my subject already picked out.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's ahead of the game.
I'm ready. I just need to get the research and get the story written.
Big time.
I am an overachiever. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. Mm-hmm. All right. Are we ready to get into, I don't know, Rocker Chick? I'm just gonna let you take it over because you said you have something a little different coming up here.
Yeah, I think I might, since these have been pretty short lately, I'm going to throw in two.
Two. Okay.
We'll take you across the world here.
Really?
Right. Yeah, sure. Why not?
We can't afford the plane ticket.
That's true. So we're just going to
use your imagination.
Visually, yeah.
It's just imagination.
So imagine you're in Portland, Oregon.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like that. Yeah. Is
You're
it
in an
raining?
abandoned structure in the thick woods.
Is it raining?
Yes, it's always raining in Oregon. I don't know. The bones of this legendary building stand on land on which a bloody murder took place. And some believe the land to be cursed or haunted. What happened at the site of the witch's house and why it is called the witch's house? If no witchins.
If no witchins.
If no witches are mentioned in the lore at all. For once, there's this historical section of this haunted house is actually set in stone. There are corroborating historical accounts and documents to back it up. The history of this plot of land goes back to the 1850s. So, a lot of the ones we do, there is not actual documents.
Right.
When Portland was undergoing intense development, Danforth Balch bought the land on which the witch's castle stands today. Because the land was wooded, Balch hired a man to help him clear the trees. The assistant's name, Mortimer Stump. The working relationship went well until Stump, a grown man, fell in love with the 15-year-old daughter of Balch, named Anna. Balch was... I don't even know what that word is. Balch was not happy about this at all. He was against the relationship and refused to give his blessing for the marriage. When Stump and Anna threatened to elope, Balch said he would murder Stump if they went through with that plan. The couple did indeed run away and elope in November of 1858. This development led to Balch spiraling into a deep depression. He drank for days and slept little. When Stump and Anna returned for supplies, Balch confronted them. Fueled with rage, he shot Stump in the stomach and killed him. Balch was then arrested for Stump's murder. He was immediately apprehended and while awaiting his trial, broke free from his holding cell. He tried to hide out in the woods, but was caught by law enforcement quickly. He was sentenced to death for his crimes and publicly hanged on October 17, 1859, the first legal execution in the state.
Wow.
The land was bought and sold throughout the ensuing years, but was never developed into anything. So they just lived in like a small cottage on this land while he was trying to,
Clear it.
clear it. Yes, thank you. Eventually, the city of Portland itself took ownership of the acreage, on which they erected the stone building that has come to be known as the Witch's Castle. It was used as a base for park rangers and had facilities for those hiking through the area. So it was just a big stone bathroom.
Glorified outhouse.
Yeah, pretty much. The structure was abandoned in the early 1960s after it was damaged in a severe storm and apparently deemed unfit to fix. After this, nature began to reclaim it, and moss consumed the stone. It is actually very, very cool looking. The trees encroached on its perimeter. Windows and doors eroded. People made their way out to the structure to leave their own marks on the stone as well. Graffiti has often been found marking the stones. When it comes to haunting phenomena, there is said to be a variety of ghostly activity at the witch's house. First, some say that they have seen the spirits of the Balch family and Stump floating around the structure, despite the structure not having existed during their lifetimes. Apart from the murder, visitors feel deeply uneasy upon entering the bathrooms that stand on the land now. The toilets there also flush on their own. There are also the garden variety of orbs and strange noises in the woods. These are always easy to write off. Orbs can be dust, caught in frame. Noises in the woods could be anything. Animals walking through the brush or flying, other humans traipsing around, or dead vegetation shifting and falling. Investigators have allegedly gotten intelligent responses on EVPs, meaning that their questions are answered correctly and the responses to their conversations make sense. There have been reports of bright glowing lights encircling the building before disappearing into the woods, and even a few reports of full-bodied apparitions of young women and children. As for the name, there are two schools of thought. The first states that Balch accused his wife of bewitching him, forcing him to murder Stump. Of course, there's no documentation of his wife practicing any sort of magic or even holding any ill will towards Stump. If Balch truly did make the bewitchment claim, that it would seem that he was looking to pass the buck and shrug off responsibility. And if you have studied the history of witchcraft, claims at all, you'll be aware that women were accused of witchcraft for such transgressions as reading or speaking against her husband.
Oh boy, I'd be one hell of a witch then.
Perhaps Balch's wife even spoke out in support of or indifference of the marriage, and the claim was a way to punish her for conflicting views. The other origin for the name is not tied to the lore at all. After the structure was built and abandoned, local teenagers began to make the trek to the structure to party. Because kids party in the woods, what better spot in the woods than a creepy abandoned structure with a horrific legend attached to it?
Well, they got to go to the bathroom. They got toilets there.
That's right.
They
flush on their own.
Yeah.
Around the 80s, teens gave the structure its name, possibly because they knew about the bewitching aspect of the legend, but possibly also because witches are just inherently creepy. There was also the satanic panic of the 80s to consider. Seemingly every out-of-the-way structure was a den of iniquity, and the teens that gathered there were conducting dark rituals to commune with Satan. In reality, 99% of those teens were just looking for a quiet place to get drunk or high.
Yep.
But I don't think it's out of the question that locals believe the teens gathered at the abandoned structure in the woods were up to some sort of witchcraft. And a couple people's experiences there. One says, I've actually caught a few EVPs at the spot and have been pushed and touched by an entity. Also have had very interesting EMF responses from a place where there is no electricity. This place does have something going on there, but it seems to be very hot and cold. But it is a fun place to get people together, to go get plastered, and also where homeless people sleep sometimes. Let's see. Just visited the Witch's Castle, and if you believe in spirits, there is times in different areas of the castle you can feel the presence of some kind of abnormal activity. I do believe that there is some kind of activity going on in the area in and around the castle.
So we talked about doing the Satanic Panic as one of the Golden 80s stories.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. We actually abandoned the idea of it because there's so much.
Yeah.
We didn't know how to put it all together. I mean, it is an amazing, crazy time and story.
Yeah.
And so every time I hear, and I've been hearing it a lot lately, some different things that brought that up. I can't remember what I was researching the other day where it talked about it. And it's like insane crazy. So, yeah. If you guys want to hear about it, let me know. thegoldenimage80s@gmail.com.
So I got a couple more. This one, I was born in the neighborhood, went to Chapman, and have been in the Witch's Castle literally hundreds of times. There are absolutely powerful spiritual forces that are around, mostly around dawn and evening. And the last one I have, I was homeless when I first got to Portland. Me and a friend needed to find a place to camp. We decided the forest was as good a place as any. We were walking down the trail in Forest Park, and it seemed hours later that we found the ruins. The first night we camped on the top floor. The bottom smelled like piss and beer.
Imagine that.
And it was just an eerie feeling all night. The next day we hiked up the hill and pitched our tent with the ruins just in sight. We camped there for around a month. A daily trip heading to the library not too far to job search. Then back to the tent after a few meals we could afford. We usually would head back after dark, and it always felt like we were being watched the whole walk. A few nights we would be up, reminiscing about our previous travels, and would hear noises unlike we had encountered before. What seemed like invisible figures walking effortlessly past our tent and downhill with ease.
Eee.
Man, there's nothing more helpless feeling than being in a tent when you think something is outside of the tent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's not much to protect you.
No, I mean, I've seen it with like cougars and jaguars and bears and shit where people are in these tents out in these wildernesses, and it's like the bear is just on the other side of this very, very thin piece of, I don't know what you call it.
Canvas?
That's, yeah. And I can't imagine what it's like being in a tent and seeing shadows of people walking past, and you can't see them, you can't hear them. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's like on that YouTube channel that I watch, that Creepy Vids. There's people that tent camp, and that some of the stuff on there is really creepy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, you got a second one for us?
I do. This one I looked into earlier in the week, and then I kind of went back to it just because I think it's interesting.
Okay.
Like I said, we're kind of traveling the world. The House of Stone Faces. This true story of the Belmes. This takes place in southern Spain in 1971.
I feel very fancy being in Spain right now.
Ooh. A little town called Belmez de la Moraleda. Moraleda.
Wow.
I get there's any roll their L's. I don't know.
Now you have to say it like that every time.
Every time.
I only have to say that one time, I think. A true-to-life Mediterranean village that harbors many of the working-class generations that keep the olive oil industry strong. In the summers, the town boasts a population influx from tourists flocking to the nearby Mediterranean Sea, and the village welcomes them like family long lost. In this town was a resident there named Maria Gomez, who one day in 1971 noticed a strange stain appear on her concrete floor in her kitchen. Figured this was a mess left by her husband.
No.
Maria decided to just scrub the mess clean. As she attempted to clean the stain, nothing she could do would remove it. Hours of attempts, and still the very stain persisted to stay where it presented itself. Maria noticed the next day that the stain seemed to have changed in appearance. Upon looking more detailed at it, she came to fear the stain due to the fact it appeared to be a man's face.
You.
Ew.
Well, like,
Wow.
not like that.
And it seemed to be staring right back at her.
Nope.
This created panic in Maria, and she scrubbed over and over again, which did no good.
Throw a rug over it.
Due to the sight of the fright in his wife, Maria's husband took drastic action and took a pickaxe and violently took aim to the stain. He worked on it for hours and ended up ripping up that section of the concrete floor. After refilling the spot with fresh laid concrete, things returned for a short time back to normal for the Spanish home. A week had passed. The two inhabitants had no idea what or where that marking meant, but they figured it was behind them and just something strange. But once again, the same very face had appeared in the same very spot where the new concrete was laid.
Throw a rug over it.
The town became aware of the strange happenings in the home. Many speculated the house was beseeched by the devil. To calm the people of the Belmez down, the mayor asked the Gomez family permission to further investigate the home, which they obliged due to the same desire about getting to the bottom of this mystery. In order to get to the bottom of this mystery, it was agreed to say it.
Excavate.
Thank you. The floor. After a seriously long dig, it was uncovered that numerous decapitated skeletons were residing under the very floor, where their faces were appearing. On further examination of the remains, it appeared that they were dated back to the 13th century.
Oh my God.
Wow.
But mysteries remained as to who they were, because there was no local history matching these bodies being located there. The remains were laid to rest in a local cemetery, and the floor reformed back with new concrete in hopes that would return the home to normalcy. But they were wrong. More faces began appearing all the way through the life of Maria, who later passed away in 2004 at the age of 85. To this day, even after her death, more faces appear. Some scientists have actually deemed this one of the most important paranormal cases of the 20th century. while others still remain skeptical of it being a hoax. Though the evidence is clear, all parties involved in this are no longer with us, so as to who would be continuing a hoax would leave more mystery, if that is the case. The House of Stone Faces has become a local tourist spot. You can still view the faces to this very day. A mystery we may never solve, but a very amazing story nonetheless. And there is a lot of faces. And I mean, you can...
Gross. That'd need a big rug. I'd carpet the whole fucking thing. I'd throw carpet down.
It's a big fucking rug. Wow.
So it's just like a giant mass grave.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's creepy.
I mean, and it is faces, so, but yeah. So anyways, I just thought that was really, really interesting.
That's really freaking creepy.
Now you're going to be looking at your floor for faces. Like, ah.
No, I'll burn it down.
Jacob's like, I've been through this once, fuckers. Not again.
Nope. Ain't doing it. Oh, that's creepy.
So if you want to see faces in the floor, go to Spain.
So they were just in the floor, though. They weren't in the walls?
No, on that spot in the floor.
Where that mass grave was.
Yeah, I'm looking at some pictures of it right now. That is fucking, yeah.
That is creepy.
Just besides what you just showed me on your phone, that is,
I'm probably gonna have nightmares.
That's pretty.
There were other articles I read, that, there was a guy, their kid or whatever was going in and drawing on the floor. But I mean, yeah, she literally scrubbed it away and...
Yeah, but then they found all those bodies underneath the
Yeah.
house. So, I mean, come on. Ugh.
I got nothing. That is weird. That's just weird. It's just weird.
20th century, one of the biggest paranormal
I know, right?
unsolved.
All right. That's two very interesting stories you just gave us there
Yeah.
about houses/castles.
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 Dang.
Bathrooms, restrooms.
Outhouse.
It
Porta
smells
John.
like piss
I
and
wish
beer in here.
I must have threw away the one with the picture of it, but it's really cool looking.
Yeah, I looked it up.
I did too. Yeah, I looked at it.
Yeah. I mean, it looks huge in the picture, but
Yeah.
it's just a...
It's basically the remnants of this fucking thing. There's hardly anything there. I don't know that I'd even call it a castle, so to speak. But right now I'm looking at faces on the floor. That's just weird. Faces on the floor.
Creepy.
Sounds like a song.
Faces on the floor.
Faces on the floor go round and round.
Go round and round.
I don't know.
What?
I'm making it up as I go. Don't yell at me.
Faces on the floor.
Sounds like a Debo song. Faces on the floor.
No, it was a Village People.
Oh,
Macho, faces on the floor.
there you have it. All right. Jen's new album drops sometime in September. It's called Faces on the Floor.
Faces on the floor.
It's
Pink
just
Floyd.
It's
She went
just
to Pink Floyd.
I see the faces on the floor.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
I can see it now. It's just Jen singing Faces on the Floor to some of your top songs.
Just remakes.
different genres.
Yeah.
How are you going to turn Smoking in the Boys' Room into it? Oh,
Ooh, that's
she's
a
thinking
tight-
about it.
Faces. Faces on the floor.
Oh.
Room. Faces on the floor. I don't know.
Faces in the boys' room.
That's what I was gonna say, but I was
You can change it up a little bit to make it
Okay.
fit. All right, guys. Thank you so much for spending some time with us here at the United States of Paranormal. We appreciate you, and we'd love to hear from you. United States of Paranormal at gmail.com. And of course, as always, you can get all your merch from the show. All of our great designs. You can find that at The United States of Paranormal.com.
.com.
Woo! So yeah, until next week, keep it spooky. And I'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the United States of Paranormal podcast. Check us out at UnitedStatesOfParanormal.com, where you can find our Spotlight of the Month, Fan of the Month, and all of our amazing merchandise. Or you can find us on social media at Facebook at the United States of Paranormal, Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, and YouTube at the United States of Paranormal 1795. And don't forget, we are now on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/2sop.
Please check out the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts. The Call Guys, Golden Image Podcast, Indiana Chiefs Fans, Golden 80s, The Gridiron Kings, Murd Nerds, and A Quart of Books and Booze, all of which can be found at goldenmojoent.com or wherever you stream your favorite podcasts.
And if you have a location or a story that you would like for us to check into, please email us at the United States of Paranormal at gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen. Thank you for all of your support. Bye.